Strength in the Shadows, the podcast where we fearlessly navigate the art of building discipline, cultivating grit, mastering resilience, and unlocking true potential. Surpass your limits and join us on this journey of transformation as we unapologetically explore the intersection of fitness, mindset, and unwavering accountability. Welcome, my friend. Let's go. Man, today was an epic win. What a massive victory for our team. We did it. We pulled it off, bro. We did it. 1,000 pull-ups in one sitting. That's right. 200 sets of 5 reps. That's 5 pull-ups every minute on the minute. It took us just over 3 hours. And this was indeed a post-injury PR, right? Personal record. I'm the capuchin. I'm the culprit. I'm the guy who tore both distal bicep tendons at the same time on a preacher curl that absolutely shocked the internet. The video went absolutely insane. It spread like wildfire, showed on every social platform across the world. It was nuts. It was crazy. And now 2+ years in the making with this comeback, with this recovery, after fully trusting my doctors, right? My surgeons, the physical therapists, right? The protocol, the guidance that was given to me. We did not deviate. We took 0 shortcuts. Never. Not once. We played the long game, practiced patience, and trusted the process. And here we are, 2+ years later, pulling this off. So for me, in my circumstances, in my conditions, this was cool. This was a fun win. Now in today's episode, we'll talk about the 1,000 pull-up marathon. We'll debrief it, right? Talk about my mindset, going into it, what I trained with, a hiccup or an unforeseen circumstance that happened in the middle of this pull-up marathon. We'll get into all of that. But before we do, I want to cover the internet, right? In this viral video or this viral piece of content that I own and put out. And don't worry, I'll do a future podcast episode on the injury itself. I'll also probably make a YouTube video to go along with it. At the end of the day, I'll explain everything. I'll narrate the whole thing from beginning to present time. Inside details, right? Inside scoops, what happened that day, mistakes, what to do, what not to do. Of course, surgery, what to expect there, hardships, troubles, all the inside details, right? That'll be another episode, but like I said, right now I want to get into the actual video itself and the internet. So I'm not naive, man. I get it. I've been around. The internet is a lawless place. Right? For the most part, there are no consequences. You can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. The internet is unforgiving. It's typically negative. Right? People are looking for clicks, attention, views, whatever it may be. It's how it works, how it is. And with that, unfortunately, a majority of people ended up ripping off, stealing, manipulating, not tagging, not crediting, not asking for permission to use my video, to use my content, to reference me. Man, a few people did. There actually are a few, accounts, such as, for example, Squat University. That was really cool. Squat University, tagged me, credited me, wrote a nice little thing there. Appreciate that. Much love to Aaron. He's killing it, doing a lot of good for the world. Absolute pro. But outside of Squat University and a few others, showing love, giving credit, asking for permission, man, so many people ended up just taking that video and just essentially dick riding it to get as many clicks, views, and attention for their own personal pages. And whenever people would write or comment my name, of course, I got eyes everywhere, so people are sending me all these posts, all these videos. A lot of you guys were upset or writing things to these people saying hey, tag Joe, tag this guy, hey, Illuminati Iron, this is him. Really appreciate you guys, seriously. Thank you for going to bat and sticking up for me. But at the end of the day, a lot of these content creators, man, they didn't care. They deleted those comments. They refused to credit. They zoomed in on the video, made sure that you couldn't see the watermark. And then, of course, in the DMs, right? Would never reply. Would delete the messages, would leave me on scene, pretend I didn't exist. Yeah, pretty disappointing, man. Especially when you're trying to get your message out, when you're trying to inspire others, and people have no idea who this is or what he's doing now or what happened after, one of the lowest moments of his life, one of the worst days he ever had. No one knows. They just jump on, boom, get emotional, spit usually some negativity, talk shit, have no idea what they're talking about, never talk to me, don't know anything about me, don't know anything about what happened that day with that injury, how many years I've been training, anything that was going on at the time. I mean, everything, man. There's more to the story. But people don't want to know the story, right? They just want to jump on the negativity and ride that. That's it. You would think that, hey, I have an opportunity or chance to collaborate, to connect with this guy, to hear a little bit more about his story and what went down. What can I learn from this? What did he do well? What didn't he do well? What does he recommend? Is there anything he stays away from now? What should people know to not fall into this trap going forward, right? Literally, I'm accessible. Send me a DM. Send me an email. Let's collaborate. Let's talk about it. I'm all in. But once again, people don't care. They don't want to know that positive side, right? That positivity of coming out better post-injury. Dude, for the most part, it's not on people's radars. Especially me, right? Because I'm a nobody. In the grand scheme of things, I'm micro level here. Nobody gives a shit. If I had gone on a TV show, right? If you saw me on Big Brother or Survivor or The Bachelor or Bachelorette, all of a sudden, everyone wants to know about the comeback. Everyone wants to know about the recovery. But right now, man, we're just not there yet. But I don't want to dismiss the positivity, because I know a lot of you guys listening are in my corner. You tune into all these podcast episodes. You show me love. You spread my content. You drop support, on my posts. You send amazing DMs to me. You keep me in the loop. You show me or let me know when people rip off or steal my content. I mean, dude, you guys are the best. Seriously. Thank you so much. But I'll tell you, I'm willing right now to go into it if you'd like. All the people or the platforms, not all of them, but at least maybe a handful of names you may recognize, I don't care. I'm not above it, bro. Full transparency here. Keep it real, raw, and authentic. Who are some of the culprits? Who are some of the sources that have discussed, talked about, referenced, used in their own production, right? Who are these people? Let's see if you recognize any of these names. So the other day, the Daily Mail, right? The Daily Mail from the UK. Yes, we were featured on their website. We were the number 2 top story, right next to Jeffrey Epstein's Island and List. Amazing company, right? So the title of this article was, Doctor Warns Against 3 Weightlifting Exercises After They Leave Some of His Patients Disabled. I'll read that again for you. Doctor warns against 3 weightlifting exercises after they leave some of his patients disabled? So apparently, this doctor collaborated or provided information or a video or rights, I don't know, to the Daily Mail. His name's Dr. Z on TikTok. Excuse my language, but who the fook is this guy? That's not my doctor. I'm not his patient. Who is that? We've never talked. To my knowledge, we've never gone back and forth about my injury. We've never had a conversation. We've never had a phone call or a Zoom call or anything. What does this guy know about me? And the background information? Or the insight? Or what does the Daily Mail know? Clearly not. Doesn't know anything. Never reached out. Didn't want my side of the story. Never credited, never mentioned, but there I am. On the article thumbnail, boom, on the far left side, you can see me. Moments right before I tore my shit up. Dr. Z tunes in and gives the inside scoop. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the inside scoop. Neither does the Daily Mail. So, hey, all good, brother. Reach out when you want to discuss, but Bummer. Love to see it though. Can't make it up. Another place that my video was used or was made a part of the production. It's actually a really nice podcast, a really good one actually. Very entertaining. Tom Segura's Two Bears, One Cave podcast. Yes. I was discussed, my video was used in the production and was referenced, and they actually spent a few minutes on the subject. It was actually pretty cool. It was surreal because I love Tom Segura. Tom's a legend. He's hilarious, makes great content. His podcast is epic. I tune in all the time for it. And on this specific episode that dozens and dozens of my followers had sent me at least, giving me the heads up that, yo, you're featured on Two Bears, One Cave podcast. Check this out. On the episode, Tom Segura was discussing my injury or talking with Mark Bell. Mark Bell from the Power Project. Mark's been in the game now for years. An absolute legend. A true G. Strong as hell. Has a ton of knowledge. I mean, absolutely killing it. He's been around for a long time. And he's grinding, he's working. And so they start discussing my injury. They don't say anything egregious or disrespectful or anything like that, which was cool, right? That was refreshing. Unlike the rest of most people there on the internet that just jumped on me and tried to kick a dead horse while it was down. But besides the point, I end up reaching out to both Tom Segura and Mark Bell. Send a DM and an email to Tom Segura. Doesn't see it. Doesn't read it. I don't know. Doesn't reply. Boom. Left to scream in the ethernet, right? Well, I did send a DM to Mark Bell. I sent a DM to Mark Bell, and he actually saw it. And he actually left me on scene. What did I write? What did I say? Hey, full transparency. I'll just read you the DM right now. Mark, a ton of my followers sent me you and Tom Segura's podcast episode where you guys showed/discussed my viral injury. I am unfortunately the one who tore both his distal bicep tendons at the same time. ... I've been watching your Power Project videos for a while now and absolutely value your training insight. Would love to connect and talk about bouncing back from injuries and hopefully inspire listeners to successfully tackle their recoveries too. Currently living van life, training in the gym/mountains and focusing on my comeback. Available when you are. Appreciate you, Mark. Thank you for considering and hope to hear from you soon. Go Navy, Joe. Man, listen, I'm not Mother Teresa, but I thought that was a cool DM. I thought that was a nice message, and I meant every word. 100%. But what's just astonishing to me, what I can't wrap my head around is that if somebody wrote a message like that to me, and I saw it, I can't imagine, at the very least, not acknowledging it. Like, you don't have to reply. Okay, you don't want to reply, you're busy, whatever, but you don't even have half a second to double tap the message and at least leave a cute little heart emoji or a thumbs up like, hey, bro, see this? Dude, thanks for the love, thanks for the kind words, whatever. You don't even have to say anything, but just acknowledge the message. We don't have to collaborate. We don't have to connect. But you leave me on scene? Mark, you're better than that, brother. Come on now. Be a fucking pro. I mean, seriously, dude. You guys had that conversation on Two Bears, One Cave, or whichever platform it was on. And now the dude who actually lived it, the dude who actually went through it, the dude who today just whipped out 1,000 pull-ups out of his ass, right? And who's been grinding and working, who is a shining light to people who get injured, who get hurt. He was more than willing to be open, transparent, have a discussion, have a conversation, connect, even if it was 10, 15 minutes. I'm not expecting to be a VIP primary, guest on your podcast or your content. You don't owe me anything. I respect you. I respect your knowledge. You're a pro. But man, to be honest, Mark, you dropped the ball on this one. You left me on scene. All good, brother. Water under the bridge. I'm sure you were busy. I'm sure you didn't want to, take any extra seconds off between bench presses there. Or you were on a run and you just forgot. So whatever it was, I'm sure you were busy. All good. It slipped your mind. Nothing's personal. But hey, it's never too late. Are you down? You want to connect? You want to collaborate? You want to have a discussion that can actually bring value and bring insight to people who are struggling? Uplift your listeners here? Provide value? Provide some extra context? There are people struggling right now. People getting hurt. People going through it. Let's talk. But if you don't want to talk, or if you're busy, we can find another medium, right? We can find another way. How about we get a training session in together? You love to grind, right? Mark Bell absolutely loves to train. You love to run. Your cardio's on the rise. You're all in. You're coaching. I mean, dude, you do it all. Let's train. If you want to come out to San Diego, right, Southern California, you're more than welcome anytime at my gym. 24/7, let me know. I'm ready. Boom. We'll train. But you know what? If you don't want to come to California, right? If you want to just stay in your comfort zone there, or you can't travel, you got things going on, I'll come to you. I'm a homeless veteran living out of my vehicle, and I will drive my sorry ass to your gym or wherever you're stationed or headquartered at. Let's go, brother. And we'll let the work do the talking. And although you're a beast, although you're an animal, although you know how to train, I'm telling you right now, you've never seen anything like me, okay? We will get after it. We will train hard. And I will show you a new level of smoke that you can't even fucking fathom, brother. Okay, especially coming from the dude who tore both his distal bicep tendons off the bone. Mark, we weren't built different, brother. We just work different, okay? So if you want to see that, if you want to get better, if you want to sweat some fucking demons, if you want to see the light, if you want to jam fucking pull-ups down your motherfucking throat, I'm your guy. So hey, just hit me up. Just let me know. I'll come out to you whenever you want. All good. Last but not least, the third culprit is Jeff Cavaliere from Athlean-X. Everyone knows Athlean-X. Killing it on YouTube. Of course, Instagram, millions of followers. I mean, Jeff is one of those early guys. Very, very knowledgeable. Has helped a lot of people make solid content. He's a staple in the game, right? Everyone knows Athlean-X, but unfortunately, the other day, over 100 people sent me a recent post from Jeff Cavaliere. And on Athlean-X, man, there I was. Featured front and center. And he made a good piece of content, actually. But unfortunately, Jeff never asked to use it. Jeff never asked for additional information. Jeff never asked for my side of the story. Jeff never asked to learn a little bit more about my journey and the process and the comeback and the recovery. What went into it? Surely I'd be interested if I was Jeff, but no. Took my video, zoomed in on it, hid the watermark, placed his body or his face over the watermark so you can't even see or tell whose video it is. Newsflash, it's mine. And the only reason people are finding me or connecting with me on that post is simply because my comment is at the very top. No, not because he pinned it, simply because the algorithm, right? I'm the one in the video. Over 1,000 people have liked it. They're engaging with it. Boom. Comment goes to the very top. And now people can connect, see my journey, see the comeback. And once again, just trying to provide value. Well, man, pretty disappointing that as big as a guy like Jeff Cavaliere, right? Who's got a team. I'm sure he's got multiple people working for him. He's a pro. Attention to detail, right? Nope. That detail slipped their mind. No tag, no credit, and no reply to the DM. I also sent him a fair, respectful, kind DM, but no reply from Jeff. So Jeff Cavalier from Athlean-X. If you're listening, brother, hey, again, willing to collaborate, willing to talk. Doesn't even have to be on camera. Don't need to get clicked or shared or viewed. It can literally be just you and me behind the scenes here, having a phone call, connecting on Zoom. Brother, all about it. But disappointing, man. Disappointing that at the very least you couldn't just reply to my DM, or at the very least tag me or write something at the very bottom just saying, hey, video taken from @IlluminatiIron. Hey, to each their own, man, right? There's different ways to do things, and at least in my personal experience of the way I view life and doing the right thing, in my mind, that just isn't cool. But like I said, this is the internet. So, with the pull-up marathon today, I have to give a big shout out to Bridge Built. You guys will see in the YouTube video the Phoenix squat rack. Man, it is beefy. It is overbuilt. It is awesome. It is a portable squat rack that basically has a built-in pull-up bar there, or at least an attachable pull-up bar that you can get after it. And so it was my weapon of choice. Bridge Built, specifically the founder, Patrick, awesome dude, hooked a brother up, brought that bad boy in quickly, and he wanted to support the mission here. And I told him, hey, I will put some smoke on the Phoenix squat rack. I'll put in the work, do the reps. I'll let you know how it holds up. And I'll tell you right now, straight from the horse's mouth, the thing is absolutely legit. Made in the USA. It is sturdy. And you can see it, man. It allowed me to perform well, very, very well, on 1,000 straight pull-ups. So big shout out to Bridge Built. Now, getting started, right, getting ready, a lot of the success from a pull-up marathon or a calisthenic marathon, a lot of success stems from the preparation. So having the appropriate water, right? Hydration, electrolytes. Having a dry towel to be able to dry off your hands and keep them as dry as possible despite the sweat. Obviously, time of day comes into the equation with the weather, humidity, sun leaking into the garage or into your gym, or if you're doing it outside, right? There's a lot of things you got to take into consideration there. And at least today I was a one-man crew, right? One-man show. Managing not only the reps, having to shove 1,000 pull-ups down my fucking throat, but at the same time, putting on a production. Making sure I'm getting the clicks, right? The video clips. Making sure I'm getting the angles. Telling the story. Making it entertaining. Trying to drive value, man, right? Storyteller, content creator, this is what we do. But the work comes first. And so I do my best to accurately show everything leading up to that, or at the very least, show you within the workout exactly what's going down and what's up. And man, warmed up 20, 30 minutes. I was nervous. I was scared. Right? Oftentimes after an injury like this or after having surgery, you have to analyze risk and reward. So you got to be careful with what you do. There's a fine line between, being reckless and dumb and also pushing yourself and being smart and progressing appropriately and being ready for the work. And at least for today, man, was absolutely ready. Absolutely prepared. And we set ourselves up for success with all the work that's gone down in the last 2+ years. So got on that bar, all the way down, all the way up. No kipping, no cute little leg kicks, right? You'll see that in the commercial gyms. People flailing around like a dolphin. Do it right, man. If you're going to do a pull-up, even if it's just one, which is awesome. I'd love to see one perfect, clean, good pull-up. Dude, focus on full range of motion. You'll be fine. You'll be good. Keep practicing, and your numbers will go up. You will get stronger. You will see not only performance jumps, but aesthetic jumps as well. Amazing movement. If you can't do a regular pull-up, hey, start with bands. Start assisted. All good, no problem, no shame. It's you versus you. And so sure enough, 5 reps every minute on the minute. Was loving it, was feeling good. Halfway mark was 1 hour and 40 minutes. So 1 hour, 40 minutes, we did 500 reps. And then morale took a hit. A surprise. Man, this had never happened in any of my marathons. Whether it was pull-ups, push-ups, air squats, dips. if I'd ever done a Murph, this had never happened. So of course, right on this 1,000, at the 2 hour and 5 minute mark, boom, for whatever reason, the timer ends up going down. The webpage can't be loaded. And I'm like, no way. I have to refresh the page, and boom, it starts back on the double zeros. I was like, oh Lord. Because now, right, the peanut gallery or the training Gestapo, if you don't have the clips or you don't have the pictures, you don't have the proof, on something like this especially, they'll jump down your fucking throat. Oh, how convenient, right after 2 hours. Oh, you had a technical difficulty. Well, thank God I have the footage that immediately you can see as I look over to my screen without even touching it, boom, the thing flashes up there, and now we just had a lovely little inconvenience. So hey, Semper Gumby, as the Marines say, always flexible there, boom, control chaos, take a deep breath, reset, get back up on the bar there, and boom, start the timer over. And so I had to do an hour and 14 minutes more of pull-ups, which was 70 more sets. 74 times 5 is 370 reps. So boom, got those sets complete. Last 20 minutes was almost spiritual in some ways. I was hungry. I was hydrated. I felt good there, but it was time to get to that 1,000. Hands were in good shape. Was well prepared. And all in all, man, didn't have any surprises. I mean, like I said, I was a little bit nervous and scared prior to, and I wanted to procrastinate and push everything to the right and just say that I needed another month or two of training. But in reality, I didn't. It was just me trying to dodge the demons. It was just me trying to avoid doing what I had to do. Because, man, no, it's not fun. It's not cool. 3 hours plus of pull-ups alone? Man, no bueno. You have to earn it, though. You have to earn it. And mad respect and big shout out to all the other savages or people out there that are grinding and, I mean, hell, outperforming me, crushing pull-ups, putting in the work, doing it. It's inspiring. And that's the one thing, man. When I see people that are stronger than me, that are outperforming me, that are aesthetically built like, brick shit houses, man, love to see it. Love it. Inspiring, motivating, allows me to double down and work even harder and gives me a good push. So thank you to everyone out there who's grinding, holding themselves accountable, and working hard, not only with pull-ups, but everything you do with your health and fitness and overall wellness. Well, my friends, that's it. Thank you so much for tuning into the YouTube video. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoy some of the snippets from this podcast. Thank you so much for sharing Strength in the Shadows podcast episodes with your friends and family and complete strangers. I truly appreciate you. One episode at a time, right? We're documenting. We're staying transparent, keeping it real, honest, authentic. Sometimes, yeah, we're going to have to ruffle feathers. I don't care. This is life. And you know what? We'll be better for it. Let's continue to learn. Let's continue to grow. I'm with you, baby. One team to the top. 1,000 pull-ups complete. What's next? Stay tuned, baby. We're just getting started. As we come to a close, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to each and every one of you for joining us on this transformative journey. If you found value in our discussions and stories, I would greatly appreciate if you could take a moment to leave a review for my podcast. Your reviews not only fuel my passion for creating meaningful content, but also allow others to discover this empowering space. Your support truly makes a difference. All links are in the description. Thank you for being an essential part of this dynamic community. Goodbye for now, and remember, keep going.